And good afternoon, everybody. It's a cold, windy day here in northern Wisconsin, but we're somewhat warm and comfy here at Athletic Park in Wausau. Glad you can make us a part of your Tuesday afternoon. Jack Weber along with Ryan Rasmussen as Laney Pankrats ready to deal the opening pitch, and that is low and inside. 1 ball, no strikes on the leadoff hitter for Auburndale, Maya Krings. And Auburndale and Stratford, a quick start. Here we go. Pankrats deals the 1-0, and that is in there for a strike count, even 1-1. Here's the break even, and Krings sends one foul down the left field line. Today's starting lineups are brought to you by Country Wireless. Attention Stratford area residents. Country Wireless now has blazing fast service for your connected house. Streaming, gaming, movies, TV, and more is now better than ever with Country Wireless. Download speeds up to 100 megabits per second. Now is the time to visit countrywireless.com and get blazing fast internet with Country Wireless. Swing and a miss. And Krings down on strikes. And the first strikeout of the day for Laney Pankrats. And starting lineup for the visiting, in air quotes, Auburndale Eagles. Maya Krings, who just struck out. Morgan Griesbach, Really Grimm, Danica Bloomberg, Taylor Anderson. That's low 1-0. Chesney Nagel, Maya Katzenberger, Jalen Schur, and Dalen Bloomberg. That is the starting 9 for Coach Schulte. And dropped in there nicely from Pankrats. It's 1-1. Both these teams at pretty similar records. Stratford at 9-4, Auburndale at 8-3. These two teams always play each other very competitively. Here's the break even. Big cut and a miss from Griesbach. It's 1-2. So again, it's Krings, Griesbach, Grimm, Bloomberg, Anderson, Nagel, Katzenberger, Schur, and Bloomberg again. And a fly ball into center field. Back goes Carly Pankrats in front of the track. She makes the catch. And a loud second out. And 2 down for Breely Grimm. And as we just saw Carly Pankrats, here's the rest of the defense behind Laney Pankrats. As you've got Gracie Crummel in left, Pankrats in center, Stieber in right. Infield, you got Craning and Tubbs at the corner, Schmidt at short, Knetter at second. First pitch is low to Breely Grimm. And then you got Emma Roper behind the plate with Pankrats on the mound. Breely Grimm second base today. Here's the 1-0 and dropped in there nicely again. Count even 1-1. Anytime so far that Pankrats has gotten behind a hitter, she's immediately responded with a strike. It's the break even and just a bit low. It's 2-1. It's the 2-1. Liner foul. Count even 2-2. Laney Pankrats trying to make this a 1-2-3 first. And a pop-up, foul territory. Roper will give chase, and it hits the net. And the at-bat will continue for Breely Grimm. First strikeout of Maya Krings was a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. The first Serve Pro strikeout of the day. Here's the 2-2, and on the ground past Pankrats, fielding it on a hop is Knetter, throws across in time to take care of Breely Grimm. 1-2-3 first for Laney Pankrats as the Eagles go in order. Tigers coming up. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
Tigers coming up as the Tigers led by Coach Mandy Pankratz. Here's the starting lineups for Stratford, brought to you by Country Wireless. It's Carly Pankratz, Lainey Pankratz, Emma Roper, Tria Tubbs, Gracie Schmidt, Alyssa Bargender, Dakota Connetter, Michaela Stieber, Gracie Crummel, and Madeline Kranig will not hit. She is at third base today in the flex spot. And a good lineup all around, but it's going to be a tall task facing Morgan Griesbach today, as she knows how to pound the strike zone. So it'll be a tough task for Coach Pankratz and the Tigers today. Again, we want to thank you for joining us here today from Athletic Park, home of the Wausau Woodchucks and the new Wausau softball team that will be debuting this summer. Exciting times for the city of Wausau, a new team coming to town, as that is low in the dirt, ball one. Again, the Wausau Woodchucks, the only original Northwoods League team left. A little bit of trivia for you. They were at one point the Wisconsin Woodchucks. They've now converted to the Wausau Woodchucks. Here's 1-0. And in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes on Carly Pankratz. And as I said, it's always very entertaining when these two teams get together. They played 2 fantastic games against each other in the regular season last year. It's 2-0. It's the high corner, 2-1. One was a walk-off for Auburndale. Stratford was able to rally in the second game and hold off a late Auburndale comeback. Here's the 2-1, and on the ground, a third foul. We fielded by Coach Pankratz in foul territory. Count even 2-2 now on the Tigers center fielder. Two. And a fly ball into shallow left in the infield, actually, and it will be caught by the left fielder, Jalen Schur, for round number 1. And we'll take a look now at the Eagle defense behind Morgan Griesbach. You just had Schur in left who made that catch. You got Nagel in center. Dalen Bloomberg is in right. Infield looks like this. You've got Katzenberger at third, Krings at short, Grimm at second, Anderson at first with Griesbach on the mound, and Danica Bloomberg behind the plate. As that is the defense today for Coach Schulte. First pitch on the ground from Lainey Pankratz, fielded and throw to first, not in time. Krings took a couple extra seconds getting to it. And that's going to be an infield hit for Lainey Pankratz. And I knew that was going to be a tough play. It wasn't hit very hard either. And a runner on now for the dangerous Emma Roper. Griesbach winds, first dealing to Roper is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. As I'm sure you can probably hear, it is a bit windy today. 1 ball, no strikes on Roper. Runner at first, only 1 out. Here's the 1-0, and a liner deep into left field. That is way back, and that is going to be down and near the wall. Pankratz on her way to third. She'll stop there. It's a double for Roper. On a normal day, that might have gone over the fence, but I think the wind kept that one in here at Athletic Park. Said when that first left the bat, I thought that was maybe going to head towards Marathon City, but as we're going to have a courtesy runner come in. As Reese Spindler will step in at second base. So big scoring opportunity early here for the Tigers for Tria Tubbs. He's at first base today and hits the outside corner, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 and a bit inside. Count even 1-1. is a break even. And on the ground to third, and it eats up the third baseman Katzenberger. And Pankratz scores. Spindler goes to third, and that allows Tubbs to move to second. That was heads-up base running. That'll be an E5. As Laney Pankratz scores, Spindler goes to third, and Tubbs ends up at second base. Again, that had a bit of a wicked hop, and it ate up Katzenberger. Now here's Gracie Schmidt. 1-0 Stratford, first pitch, and Schmidt goes around 0-1. Griesbach in some early trouble. 0-1 is a big cut and a miss. 0-2. Spindler at third, Tubbs at second. 1 run already in the inning. It's the 0-2 to Schmidt. And just a bit outside, 1-2. One, two. Schmidt takes one outside. Count even, 2-2. Two, and inside, that almost very close to hitting Schmidt. And the count is full, so after Griesbach started the count ahead 0-2, she's now worked it full on Gracie Schmidt. Here's a 3-2, and Schmidt fouls one off. The at-bat will continue. Alyssa Bargender on deck as Griesbach will reset on the mound. The 3-2 again, and that is ball 4. What an at-bat by Gracie Schmidt. Foul down 0-2, draws a walk, and the bases are loaded with 1 out for Alyssa Bargender. And Stratford with a chance to break this one open early. Griesbach could use a ground ball right here. First pitch, and a little flare, a pop-up, foul territory, and out of the reach of Danica Bloomberg. That would have been something also that Griesbach could have used, a pop-out that wouldn't advance the runners at all. I mean, a fly-out will suffice if they can. A sac fly, if you can only get 1 run, 1 extra run if you're Stratford out of this situation, that's a win for Griesbach. No balls, 1 strike on Bargender. Here's the 0-1. Low and in the dirt, it kicks away a bit from Bloomberg. Not enough to warrant an advance from Spindler. And a fly out from Pankratz to start the inning, then an infield hit by Laney Pankratz, a double by Emma Roper, and then an error off the bat, a tree at Tubbs that produced a run, and then a walk to Gracie Schmidt has the bases loaded. Here's the 1-1 and a pop-up. Griesbach is underneath it. She calls for it, makes the catch, and that's exactly what she needed. Bases will remain loaded. 2 outs now for Dakota Knetter. Second baseman today made the play to end the top half of the inning. And we'll try to pick up a couple extra runs and make this a bigger inning for Stratford. Griesbach trying to keep the damage at 1 run. First pitch, Knetter takes a strike. Here's the 0-1. And Knetter got a piece of it, fouled it off. 0-2. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing and siding and windows built to last. Save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. That's Infinity Exteriors. Give them a call today. No balls, 2 strikes. Griesbach trying to get out of this inning with just 1 run allowed. 0-2. And it's a called strike 3. It didn't look like he called it a strike. All right, but that is the first Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Morgan Griesbach. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Tigers get 1, but Morgan Griesbach keeps that damage at 1. We'll be back after this. You're watching High school softball and Zaleski Sports brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Top of the second inning here in Wausau. First pitch to Danica Bloomberg. And there for strikeout one. Job by Morgan Griesbach to work out of some early trouble. Fly ball down the right field line, drifting and watching it go out of play is the right fielder Stieber. And bases loaded, one out. She got Alyssa Bargender to pop out and then struck out Dakota Knetter to end the inning as that is high, 1-2. One, two, and just a bit outside. Count even 2-2. Not a bad frame job by Roper, but could not hit that outside corner. And that is high and outside. It's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two. And a liner into center field. That is down for a base hit. It drops in front of Pankratz. Leadoff single for Danica Bloomberg. And a runner on for Taylor Anderson. First baseman today for the Eagles. First base runner for Auburndale. They went in order back in the top of the first. Lenny Pankratz deals first offering, and Anderson bunts it foul. So it went back up the net. Your fabric building specialists who support the coaches and athletes in today's game are Structures Unlimited. To find out what a fabric building can do for you, visit structuresunlimited.com or stop in their office in the Stratford Industrial Park, because that's in there for a strike. 0-2 on Anderson. Pankratz ready, deals, and a foul ball off the net as Anderson stays alive. Oh, 2. That is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Anderson. One, two, and that is high and outside. Throw down to second, and it kicks away from Gracie Schmidt. That was a good throw by Roper. Had Schmidt handled that one cleanly, it might have been interesting. I'm not saying that Bloomberg would have been out, but it would have been interesting. Here's the 2-2, and inside. Count is full again. So, again, this has been back-to-back hitters where Pankratz has gotten ahead in the count and then has worked it full. 3-2. And a pop-up on the infield. Tria Tubbs in foul territory. It'll be Roper, and neither one can make the catch. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication between Tubbs and Roper, and the wind kind of carried it a little further than both of them expected. As the at-bat will continue. Anderson gets a break. Pankratz ready, and the 3-2 again. And a fly ball into center field. Back goes Pankratz, has room. She makes the catch. And no advancement from Bloomberg, and there is out number 1. And that'll bring on the center fielder, Chesney Nagel. Runner at second, only 1 out, first pitch, and Nagel fouls one off, 0-1. Pankratz ready, deals the 0-1. Bunting is Nagel. It's a good one right in front of the mound, and Pankratz fields, throws out Nagel. We'll go 1-3 on the putout. Still a very successful sacrifice bunt by Chesney Nagel. And that'll bring on Maya Katzenberger. As we're going to have a courtesy runner come in. First pitch, Katzenberger takes one outside for a strike. As Alexis Goddard is low, 1-1. Break even. And bit low, 2-1. Two one. Katzenberger takes one inside. It's 3-1 now. And we haven't, as I said, it was a quick, efficient inning for Lainey Pankratz in the first inning. Second inning's been a different story. And a fly ball into right center field. Coming over and calling for it and making the catch is Michaela Stieber. And the inning is over. Eagles strand a runner. It is still 1-0 Stratford. We're going to the bottom of the second. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Bottom of the second here in Wausau at Athletic Park. Jack Weber along with Ryan Rasmussen as Michaela Stieber ready to lead things off. First pitch, Stieber, fly ball. Breely Grimm is under it, and she makes the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Griesbach, who's hoping this second inning goes a lot smoother than her first inning. Still very fortunate that it's only 1-0. Had the bases loaded with 1 out, she induced a pop out and then a strikeout. As that'll bring on Gracie Crummel, the left fielder. First pitch, high, and good play by Bloomberg to make that catch. Like I said, and really the run in that inning will go unearned as that was on an error. So really it wasn't Griesbach's fault. 1-0. That is low, 2-0. That for as tough as that inning started, it was really the best result for Griesbach that only 1 run scored. It's the 2-0. High again. 3 balls and no strikes now on Crummel. And Carly Pankratz on deck. 3-0. And right down Main Street, it's 3-1. And we want to thank Athletic Park for letting us come here today. Again, with the weather and everything, spring season is so unpredictable. Here's a 3-1, fouled off, count is full. I said, home of the North Woods League, Wausau Woodchucks. Who had an excellent season last year. 3-2, and that is high, ball 4, and a one-out walk for Gracie Crummel. And back to the top of the order with Carly Pankratz. Carly is 0 for 1 today. She flew out to left her first time up. And she flew out to start last inning. Then it was 2 straight hits, an error and a walk before Griesbach settled down. 0-1 is a foul ball off the bat of Pankratz. A 1. And bunting foul is Pankratz, 0-2. And not a bad move, because had she gotten that one down, I don't think they would have been able to be even close to throwing out Crummel, who was about to take off like a barrel, like a bullet out of a gun barrel, or however that saying goes. Probably not right, but the 0-2. Pankratz, fly ball into shallow right, going back and making the nice catch is Breely Grimm. Not an easy catch. An over-the-shoulder catch. So 2 outs, and that'll bring on Lainey Pankratz, who is 1 for 1. Had a single last time up. It was an infield hit. It was a slow chopper that Maya Krings just took about an extra second to field, and Lainey Pankratz was able to beat it out. Runner at first, 2 outs. 1-0 Stratford, first pitch, and Pankratz takes one inside for a strike. The 0-1. And a chopper foul, 0-2. Griesbach trying to keep the score at 1-0. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes, throw back to first, not made by Danica Bloomberg as Crummel retreats back. One ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. Pankratz takes one high, count even 2-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Low, count is full. Three-two. Liner into left center field. That is going to be down and into the gap. Crummel around third. She's going to be waved home. Might have a play. And in with a double. And now throw to third. Sliding safe is Lainey Pankratz. That'll be a double, an advancement on the throw. Yeah, and Crummel was running on contact. She got in just ahead of the throw. I think maybe it had to hit a cutoff. They might have gotten her. It would have been close. Either way, 2-0 Stratford. As now here's Emma Roper. Roper 1 for 1, had a double. His first pitch. Roper, big cut and a miss, was out in front of one. Here's the 0-1. And in there for a strike. 0-2. Hit that high outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes on Emma Roper. Griesbach ready and deals. Roper reaches out and punches one foul. Roper trying to add to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 0-2. And just a bit outside, 1-2. Didn't miss by much. Could have easily been strike 3. One, two. Roper out in front of one, a swing and a... Oh, she got a piece of it. All right. Didn't sound like it, but... Yeah, bat will continue. I apologize. Thought... Must have just gotten a piece of it. 1-2, and on the ground, Krings has got it. Krings across the diamond in time to get Roper. And the inning is over. 2-out damage on the RBI double by Laney Pankratz. And the Tigers add another. 2-0 Tigers as we go to the top of the third. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Top of the third inning here in Wausau as 8-9-1 due up for the Eagles. Schur, Bloomberg, and Krings. As Tigers have an early 2-0 lead. Again, as I said, these are always competitive games, so don't count Auburndale out. Said Auburndale coming off a big win their last time up. They got their 8th win of the season. That was last Friday. It was a 17-4 blowout win. As a big cut and a miss from Jalen Schur to open the inning. Said Auburndale's 17-4 win over Squamigan on the road. They were leading 70-0. The Screaming Eagles scored 4 runs in the last inning, so the score looked a little better than what it actually was. As One ball, 2 strikes. Pankratz ready and deals. Swing and a miss. A strikeout, the second serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout of the day for Laney Pankratz as Dalen Blumberg. First pitch low. Dalen Bloomberg, I apologize. One 0. Low, 2 balls and no strikes. Two 0. Inside, it's 3-0 now. And that is way outside. As Dalen Bloomberg draws a 1-out walk, and that'll bring on Maya Krings. Krings 0 for 1, struck out in her first appearance. Lead off the game back in the first inning. First pitch, Krings takes one inside. 1-0. And that is now 5 straight balls thrown by Lainey Pankratz. 1-0. And a pop-up foul headed our way and out of play. That hits the top of the roof here at the press box here at Athletic Park. Let's count even 1-1. It's the break even. And a pop-up foul again. One ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. And Krings takes one low. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the return throw kicks away. No advancement from Bloomberg. That is low. Full count. And that's inside. That's ball 4. Ball kicks away. As Lainey Pankratz seems to be getting checked out by Coach Pankratz, maybe to pain or something. I don't know what's going on. Sad for Auburndale. These two teams will get to be very familiar with each other, as on Thursday they will meet once again. That will be at Auburndale, and then on Friday they'll be back home against Rib Lake. First pitch inside. 1 ball and no strikes on Morgan Griesbach. Griesbach flew out to center. Back in the first inning, 0 for 1 today. 2 walks in the inning. Runners at second and first with only 1 out. There's a 1-0 inside, and Lainey Pankratz still having trouble with her control. It's 2-0, and a little flare foul. 2-1. And on the ground is short. Schmidt's going to go to third, get the force there. And she will. It'll go 6-5 on the fielder's choice. So runners at second and first with 2 outs, and that'll bring on Breely Grimm. As we're going to have a pinch runner for the pitcher. As it's going to be Addie Schmidt. First pitch low. 1 ball and no strikes. It's 1-0. And a liner foul. Boy, Grimm got all of that one. That just hooked it too far to the left. One, two. And it's 2-1, I apologize. It was 1-1. Here's the 2-1 foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Grimm. Again, Grimm grounded out to second to end the first inning. 0 for 1 today. Trying to drive one in the gap and maybe tie things up. Again, you got Schmidt at first and Krings at second. And a pop-up behind the plate and into the bleachers. Balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. And a fly ball into left field. Instead, it'll be Schmidt calling for it on the infield and making the catch. Again, it looked like it was going to have more carry, but the wind brought it down. Eagles threaten, but they do not score. They strand 2 more. And after 2.5, it is still 2-0 Stratford. You're watching High School Softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Take your education out of the classroom and give New Spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
Bottom of the third coming up here in Wausau as Stratford has a 2-0 lead over Auburndale. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is the team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all the tools you need to feel confident in selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today or visit them on North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and on Facebook. That's Brock & Decker. Tria Tubbs will step up, reached on an error her first time up, and check swing. She did not go, says the first base umpire. I think there was a little miscommunication between the home plate umpire and the first base umpire. He kept waiting for him to give him a signal. 1-0. Tubbs fouls one off. Count even 1-1. And on the ground to first, and bobbling it initially is Taylor Anderson. She regathers and steps on the bag, 3 unassisted. Tubbs 0 for 2 today now, and that'll be Gracie Schmidt. Walked in the first inning, was stranded. Fly ball into right field, backing up, calling for it, and making the catch is Bloomberg. And 2 outs to bring on Alyssa Bargender. She popped out to the pitcher her last time up. The base is loaded. Griesbach trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning. First pitch is high. One ball, no strikes on Bargender. Here it is. And a big cut and a miss. One. On the ground, foul. 1-2. So 1-2. And on the ground is short. Krings has got it. Fields throws across the diamond in time. And the inning is over. Griesbach goes 1-2-3, a quick third inning. And after 3, it's still 2-0 Stratford. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Danica Bloomberg ready to lead things off. She is 1 for 1 with a single today. The only hit of the game for Auburndale so far, as that's outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Bloomberg, Anderson, and Nagel due up. 4, 5, and 6. Here's the 1-0 outside, 2-0. From Pankratz, and hit that outside corner just right. 2-1. 2-1. Fly ball into center field. Pankratz on the run. She can't make the play. Bloomberg is 2 for 2, has the only 2 hits for Auburndale. And a runner on with nobody out for Taylor Anderson, who flew out to center her last time up. Pankratz first pitch, and bunting is Anderson in front of the mound. Pankratz is going to throw, and safe as Anderson going to third, and in there safely is Bloomberg. Heads up base running by Danica Bloomberg. That'll be a hit for Anderson. That was close. From this angle, I thought they got Taylor Anderson, unless they're saying that Tubbs wasn't on the bag or something. I thought they at least got her by about a half a step. It was a good throw from Lainey Pankratz. Either way, runners at the corners with nobody out for Chesney Nagel, who grounded out to the pitcher. That was on a bunt last time. As Lainey Pankratz in some early trouble here in this 4th inning. First pitch, Nagel takes one inside, and going down to second without a throw is Taylor Anderson. So that eliminates the easy double play. One ball, no strikes. Here it is. Nagel on the ground to third, coming in, fielding it, and chasing her back to the bag, and safe at third is Bloomberg. It wasn't a bad move by Craning to go towards the plate and then look back the runner. As the bases are loaded, umpires are getting together. And they're going to call her safe again. Okay. So the base is loaded, nobody out. And here's Maya Katzenberg. She flew out to right to end the second inning. First pitch. And in there for a strike. 0-1. Bases loaded and only one ball has left the infield. Here's the 0-1, fouled off, 0-2. The 0-2, liner up the middle, a base hit. In to score is Bloomberg. Everybody moves up 90 feet. It's an RBI single for Maya Katzenberger. And Auburndale on the board, it's 2-1. As Jalen Scher will step up, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of two Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts for Laney Pankratz today. Bases loaded, still nobody out. A run in for the Eagles. First pitch, Scher takes one inside. Tria Tubbs playing at bunt depth. It's the 1-0. Fly ball, center field. Carly Pankratz is underneath it. She makes the catch. And no tag. A good throw by Carly Pankratz into Laney Pankratz. So an unproductive fly out for Jalen Scher. And with one out, that'll bring on Dalen Bloomberg, who walked last inning and was eliminated at third on a fielder's choice. Bases still loaded. First pitch. Big cut and a miss from Bloomberg, 0-1. And 3 hits for Auburndale in this inning. And hit the outside edge, 0-2. The ball is 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Bloomberg down on 3 pitches, a huge strikeout. The third Serve Pro, Jamie Wenzel strikeout Serve Pro like it never even happened for Laney Pankratz. And 2 down and back to the top of the order with Maya Krings, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. First pitch, and Krings takes one inside. 1-0. So 1-0. Krings takes one high. 2 balls, no strikes. And right down the pipe, it's 2-1. That was a big pitch for Laney Pankratz. Two one. Fly ball, shallow infield coming in and making the catch is Gracie Schmidt, and the side is retired. Pankratz strands the bases loaded. The Eagles get one, 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Hi, I'm Big Clarence, and I'm so terrific that Mall Furniture decided to name their latest and greatest sale after me, Big Clarence.
Well, it was 3 outs, wasn't it? Why are they going back out? Yeah, that's 3 outs. We got 3 outs. I don't know why they're continuing. What in the world? Okay, we're continuing this inning. I'm going to say right now this is completely incorrect. There were 3 outs in this inning. I don't know why this inning is continuing. Inside 1-0. All right, I've never seen this before. It's 1-0. Liner foul and out of play. Griesbach has flown out to center and grounded into a fielder's choice. It's 1-1. Fly ball foul and out of play. Pankratz. 1-2. That is fouled off. I'm just saying, we got Katzenberger at first. Got Nagel at second, Anderson at, there's been 3 outs in this inning. And on the ground, foul again. Okay, apparently Krings is liner foul. Apparently that pop out didn't count. All right. Yeah. And a liner foul again. One, two. Fly ball foul again. It's a 2-2. And foul tip. Roper couldn't handle it. At bat will continue. Here it is again. Fly ball, foul again. Waiting for a new ball. Kring's waiting. Here it is again. Fly ball, left field, fouling out of play. As that bat continues, I'm still puzzled on why this inning had to continue. I don't know what they possibly would have called. I said because if it was anything like catcher's interference, then the runner would have reached. So I don't really know why this inning continued. Here it is. On the ground, past third and into left field. In to score is Anderson. Nagel right behind her. Now caught in a rundown is Katzenberger. Throw to third, and she's going to be out by a mile. The inning is over. The Eagles pick up 2 more runs on a call that I still don't know why the inning continued, but regardless, they take advantage of it. We'll maybe try to get some clarification eventually. 3-2 Eagles as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Chai.
Chai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Hi, I'm Big Clarence, and I'm so terrific that Mall Furniture decided to name their latest and greatest sale after me, Big Clarence.
Sorry, Clarence, apparently you misunderstood. It's Mall Furniture's clearance sale. And right now the savings are phenomenal on all the top quality furniture at
Mall Furniture's clearance sale.
That's Mall Furniture's clearance sale.
Clarence!
That's clearance, Clarence.
Auburndale scores 3 in the top half of the fourth and have a 3-2 lead here in Wausau as 7-8-9 due up for Coach Pankratz. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Knetter, Stieber, and Crummel. Knetter 0 for 1, struck out her last time up. That ended the first inning. Griesbach back out for another inning of work. And a chopper foul. Hasn't been her smoothest outing, but she's been able to keep her team in it and now is working with the lead. A 1. Fly ball pop-up, actually. First base, Anderson underneath it makes the catch. And there is out number 1. Here's Michaela Stieber, 0 for 1, popped out to second. First pitch. And fly ball foul and out of play. Swing and a miss. Here it is. Outside, 1-2. One, two. Fly ball, pop up, and calling for making the catch is Maya Krings. So 2 outs on 2 pop outs, and that'll bring on Gracie Crummel. Has walked and scored a run. First pitch, Crummel, big cut and a miss, 0-1. If in the comments, if you want to explain to me what maybe can cause that inning to continue, let me know, because I'm just confused. It's more of a confusion thing than anything. It's not anger or anything. It's just, it's confusion because I don't know what would have happened on that pop out to Krings that they would have. It's a 1-1. Crummel takes one a bit outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Crummel. It's one outside, 3-1. But Krings got a second chance, and she took advantage of it, gave her team the lead. And inside, that's ball 4. Good at bat by Crummel. And she draws her second walk of the game. And a 2-out opportunity for Carly Pankratz, who is 0 for 2. She's flown out to left and popped out to second. First pitch. Pankratz back up the middle and a base hit. Crummell goes to second. A first pitch swing and a 2-out single for Carly Pankratz. And that'll bring on Lainey Pankratz. 2 for 2, a single and a double. Has an RBI and has scored a run as well. First pitch. And big cut and a miss from Laney, 0-1. Zero 1. And outside, a little bit low as well. 1-1. Break even. Low, 2-1. The 2-1 inside, and it's 3-1 now on Lainey Pankratz. Again, for all Stratford and Auburndale fans, make sure to tune in after this as baseball action coming here from Athletic Park. And on the ground to short, Krings has got it, throws across the diamond, and in time to get Lainey Pankratz. 6-3 on the putout as Morgan Griesbach gets through the fourth scoreless. We go to the fifth. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Top of the fifth here in Wausau as Auburndale on top 3-2. As it'll be Griesbach, Grimm, and Bloomberg, Danica Bloomberg. 2, 3, 4. Grimm 0 for 2, was grounded out to second and popped out to short. First pitch. Grimm, big cut and a miss. Sorry, Griesbach, I apologize. Well, Griesbach has grounded into a fielder's choice and flown out to center. When Grimm comes up next, that will be in the right context. And a little poker, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Knetter was shaded in very deep, and it was out of her reach. So leadoff single. Yeah, there was very little trouble for Lainey Pankratz in the first 2 innings. The last 2 innings have been a different story. Here's a pop-up and going to be caught by Roper. Not what Breely Grimm had in mind. So a quick first out, and that'll bring on Danica Bloomberg. Two for 2, has scored a run. Has 2 of the 4 Auburndale hits as a bit high, 1-0. High, throw down to second, might have a play, and in there safely is Morgan Griesbach. There it is. And dropped in there. Pankratz wheels and delivers. And a liner into left field. That's down for a base hit. And they're going to send home Griesbach. Here's a throw to the plate. It is cut off. Throw to second, and in there safely is Danica Bloomberg, who continues to punish Laney Pankratz today as it's a 4-2 Auburndale lead. And again, the base running has been very heads up today so far for Auburndale. And first pitch swinging from Taylor Anderson. Fly ball into center, and making the catch is Carly Pankratz. No advancement from Bloomberg. So 2 outs, and that'll bring on Chesney Nagel. She grounded into a fielder's choice her last time up. As Goddard will come on and pinch run, courtesy run, whatever you want to call it. First pitch to Nagel was fouled off. Grounded into a fielder's choice that was fielded by Croning, and then she tried to go home, then tried to hold the runner, and the runner got back to the bag. That's how that play went. That's high. 1-1. That's probably the best way to describe it, even though it wasn't described very well. I'll be honest. I don't think narration's really in my future. Break even. Liner into left center field. That's down for a base hit. And they're going to wave home Goddard, and she will score easily. It's an RBI single for Chesney Nagel. And Auburndale is starting to heat up offensively. They're on top 5-2. As here's Maya Katzenberger. She's singled. Drove in the first run. She was eliminated at third on that single by Krings. First pitch dropped in there beautifully by Pankratz, 0-1. And outside, count even 1-1. 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. As the Tigers have got some work to do, and a fly ball, foul territory, and hey, nice catch by one of the Auburndale baseball players. I'd be impressed, except that's what they're here to play, so hopefully they are good at catching balls, as that is low. Fly ball, and that is way back, and that is going to be off the wall. They're going to wave home Nagel, and she will score. It's an RBI double for Maya Katzenberger. 6-2 Auburndale, as the Eagles are rolling right now. So these aren't bad pitches by Laney Pankratz. The Eagles are just seeing them so well, and they're just driving it to the gap. Now here's Jalen Scher. Flew out to center her last time up. That's inside. The base is loaded and could not advance a single runner. That sounds really mean when I say it. But that's just the truth. I hate to put it that way. Big cut and a miss. 1-1. I mean, I guess maybe there's always in life you can always say, oh, there's probably a nicer way I could have put it. And the break even is low. As the Eagles have built a nice lead for Morgan Griesbach, who has settled in on the mound these last couple of innings. That's low and in the dirt. It's 3-1 now on Scher. Big cut and a miss, and that was a big pitch for Pankratz. Laney at least trying to get through 5. We'll see how the bottom half of this inning goes for Stratford. 3-2, and a fly ball foul, and the at-bat will continue. And it's off the roof. Roof here at the press box here at Athletic Park might have a couple of new dents in it today. or at least a couple of new marks. Hopefully not dents. Like to think it's made of a little bit stronger metal than that. As that is inside, that's ball 4. The inning will continue. And that'll bring on Dalen Bloomberg. She has walked and struck out. Struck out last inning. As this will be the 8th batter of the inning to hit for Auburndale. First pitch. Berg takes one inside. It kicks away from Roper. No advancement from either runner. 1-0. Said that first inning with Griesbach, it looked like it might have been a long day for her. Had the bases loaded, had to deal with the bases loaded and only 1 out, but worked around it and has been pretty smooth sailing except for the double she gave up to Lainey Pankratz. That's inside 2-0. And dropped in there nicely. It's 2-1. Said, yeah, and hope you like watching these two teams because they're going to be meeting again on Thursday. They'll be in Auburndale as that's inside. It's 3-1. And again, Lainey Pankratz entering dangerous territory as the top of the order due up next. 3-1. That is ball 4 inside, and the bases are loaded. And back to the top of the order with Maya Krings, as she is 1 for 2 today, has singled, said in one of the most bizarre situations I think I've ever seen. Again, I'm not going to go into any more detail about it, but just if you were listening earlier, you heard what I said. She's walked, and then she struck out back in the first. A meeting on the mound, and Coach Mandy is going to stick with Lainey. Bases loaded. Maya Krings coming to the plate in a 6-2 Auburndale lead. As Krings trying to bust this one open. That was a heck of an at-bat regardless of what the said. She originally popped out, and I thought the inning was over, but then the at-bat continued. And after 7 foul balls, Krings drove a line drive single into left field to drive in 2 runs. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. And a line drive deep to left field. That is way back, and that'll be out of play. We saw a lot of those in that last at-bat. It's 0-2. So I'd straighten that one out, and you're maybe toying with probably an extra base hit at the baseball level. And a big cut and a miss. Boy, was that a big strikeout for Lainey Pankratz as she gets Krings this time, and the inning is over. We are going to the bottom of the 5th. Auburndale tacks on 3 more. 6-2 Eagles. You're watching High School Softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
Bottom of the 5th inning, and a big inning here for Stratford, down 6-2 as Emma Roper, Tria Tubbs, and Gracie Schmidt do up. Roper is 1 for 2. She's doubled and grounded out to short. First pitch. Roper, and right back to Griesbach. One pitch, one out as a big bat retired by Griesbach here in the 5th, and that'll bring on Tria Tubbs. First pitch. And it's the outside edge for a strike. Here's the 0-1. And Tubbs takes one low. 1-1. It's a break even. Tubbs, a big cut and a miss, 1-2. Griesbach ahead in the count, 1-2 and deals. And Tubbs on the ground to second base. Bobbled for a moment by Grimm. Regathers and throws out Tria Tubbs for out number 2. Tubbs 0 for 3 today. And that'll bring on Gracie Schmidt, who has walked and flown out to right, 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch. Schmidt, check swing, she went around. 0-1. So Griesbach has a 6-2 lead despite only having one strikeout. First pitch. The 0-1 is in there for a strike, 0-2. Why I thought that was the first pitch, I don't know. It's been a long day. No balls, 2 strikes on Gracie Schmidt. Griesbach trying to go 1-2-3. And that is outside, 1-2. Ball, 2 strikes. Schmidt waits, and here's the pitch, and just a bit outside, 2-2. It was outside, but this zone has been a little unpredictable today. 2-2. And Schmidt pops it up behind second. Grimm going back, and she makes the catch. And the inning is over. Tigers go in order. We're going to the 6th. It's still 6-2 Auburndale. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to
0-1 on Griesbach. Laney Pankratz out for another inning of work. Big cut and a miss on Griesbach. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Liner into the right center field gap. That is down for a base hit. Griesbach takes a big turn now, is headed for second, and the throw into second not in time. It was bobbled by Stieber in right, and that allowed Griesbach to move up to second. As here's Breely Grimm. She's grounded out to second, popped out to short, and popped out to the catcher, and now bunting and bunting foul is Grimm. Your comfort and convenience is their top priority at Stratford Plumbing and Heating. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation with professional service to Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. And a liner foul. Phoenix Express LLC can help you with your landscaping and aggregate needs. They are proud to be part of the Stratford community and wish the Stratford Tigers good luck in today's game. Give them a call or find out more at phoenixexpressllc.com. And a fly ball into center field. Pankratz has got a long way to go. She makes the catch. And there's out number 1. Here's Danica Bloomberg, and she is a big reason why the Eagles are up 6-2, 3 for 3, 3 singles, has scored twice. Has also driven in a run. First pitch is inside. "1-0. And that's in there for a strike. Count even 1-1. The 1-1. Fly ball, foul, and out of play. Here it is. And inside. Two. And on the ground, foul. Two. Fly ball down the right field line and foul again. One out, runner at second. Two. And fouled again. Two. On the ground to third, and it goes right between the legs of Croning and down the left field line. Griesbach will score. (7-2) Auburndale. And that'll bring on Taylor Anderson. Anderson has flown out to center twice, singled, and scored. 1 for 3. First pitch, and bunting and popping out is Anderson. So a quick second out, and that'll bring on Chesney Nagel. She's grounded out to the pitcher, grounded into a fielder's choice and reached, and singled and scored. She's scored twice. First pitch, and down low, throw down to second from Roper, not in time. Bloomberg swipes second. As we're going to have Goddard come out and run again with 2 outs. 1-0 on Nagel. Here it is. Nagel on the ground to third and bobbling it for a moment, and a high throw to first is in time by Croning. It was a close play, but a nice throw gets Nagel by a step. Auburndale adds another. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-2 Eagles. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Wausau as the Tigers trail 7-2. Alyssa Bargender, Dakota Knetter, and Michaela Stieber due up for Stratford. Bargender 0 for 2. She's popped out to the pitcher and grounded out to short. That is high. One-0. Inside, 2-0. Griesbach ready, deals the 2-0. And hits the outside edge. 2-1. So after a bit of shaky first and second innings, Griesbach has settled in as that's fouled off. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Inside, and the count is full. It's 3-2. And called, strike 3. And there is the second Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Morgan Griesbach. Serve Pro like it never even happened. As here's Dakota Knetter. She's struck out and popped out to first. And that is high and inside, 1-0. The win today, Auburndale will go to 9-3. Stratford would drop to 9-5. On the ground to third and foul. Count even 1-1. It's the 1-1, and way out in front of it was Knetter. It's 1-2. I don't think she wanted to swing as she went through later, and then she just committed too much, and yeah, just it's 1-2. Knetter, check swing into right field. That is down for a base hit. And there's the first hit since the fourth for Stratford, a one-out base runner. And right now, that's what Stratford needs. They just need base runners down 7-2, and that'll bring on Michaela Stieber. She's 0 for 2. She's popped out to second and popped out to short. First pitch. Stieber takes one high, 1-0. And a big cut and a miss from Stieber. Count even 1-1. Stieber out in front of it. It's 1-2. 1-2 to Stieber, and that is right down the middle. Second strikeout of the inning for Griesbach, the third of the day, the third serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout like it never even happened. And 2 down for Gracie Crummel. She has walked twice and scored a run. Will be tasked with trying to continue this inning. First pitch on the liner, and that's into the right center field gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Can Dakota Knetter score? They will wave her home, and now she'll stop. It'll be a double for Crummel. Now, runners at second and third for Carly Pankratz. 1 for 3 is flown out to left, popped out to second, and singled. And a chance to make this game a little more interesting. First pitch is a bit high. Best chance Stratford has had since the 4th inning. 1-0, and Pankratz fouls one off. Count even 1-1. Pankratz pops it up. First base side, Anderson underneath it. She makes the catch. And the inning is over. Tigers threaten, but they do not score. We're going to the 7th inning. It is still 7-2 Auburndale. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
Top of the 7th inning, 7-8-9 due up for Auburndale as Maya Katzenberger, who is 2 for 3, a single, a double, and a flyout. As Pankratz first pitch and dropped in there nicely. 0-1. The 0-1. Katzenberger on the ground to second and going right under the glove of Knetter. Leadoff base runner for the Eagles, and that'll bring on Jalen Scher. And as I said earlier, make sure you stick around on another. This will be a different broadcast, obviously. Bunting is Scher. Throw to first is in time by Pankratz. Going to second is Katzenberger. Successful bunt. And that'll bring on Dalen Bloomberg. She is walked twice and struck out. As that is in there for a strike, 0-1. Said different broadcast, but baseball, part of our Wausau Auburndale Stratford doubleheader, if you will. Baseball is on after this. Outside 1-1. Break even. And on the ground, that is through for a base hit. And they're going to wave home Katzenberger, and the throw is cut off. It's an RBI single for Bloomberg. And the Eagles add another. It's 8-2 Auburndale, and back to the top of the order with Maya Krings. As Krings, 1 for 3, has struck out twice, single, driven in 2 runs, and walked. And first pitch swinging on the ground to third, going to second for 1. And the turn is not made. Good job by Croning, who initially bobbled it to make a good throw. It'll go 5-4 on the fielder's choice. Would have been a tough play to double off Krings, even if as they're going to courtesy run for Krings. As here's Morgan Griesbach. She is singled, singled twice, grounded into a fielder's choice, scored 2 runs, and flown out to center today. First pitch. Griesbach pops it up, foul, and into the stands. No balls, 1 strike. Pankratz ready and deals. And right down Main Street, 0-2. And inside, throw down to second, and it goes into center field. No advancement from Goddard. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And they'll have to secure it down at first, and they do. Whoa! Oh, ouch. Let's hope Griesbach is okay. She ran into Tubbs, and it looks like both players are okay. A little bit of a nasty collision at first, but everybody's all right. That's the main thing. Inning is over, as that's another serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout for Lainey Pankratz. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Tigers. 8-2 Auburndale. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Partners Bank, better together.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
Last chance here for Stratford. Lainey Pankratz, Emma Roper, and Tria Tubbs do up the heart of the order. As Lainey Pankratz, 2 for 2, she's scored a run and driven in a run. Has scored and or been responsible for each of the Tigers' runs. Said Stratford led this game 2-0. But after a 3-run third, it's really just been downhill ever since. So the Tigers have had some opportunities to get back in this game, and they've stranded a couple of runners as first pitch foul by Lainey Pankratz, 0-1. Had runners at second and third last inning and could not chip away at the deficit. Auburndale added 1 more here in the top half of this inning. Lead is 6. Griesbach deals, and Pankratz fouls another one off, down 0-2. And Griesbach grounded out to short at a big time in the game. They had runners at second and first with 2 outs and couldn't chip away at the deficit again. Another opportunity and called strike 3. 4th strikeout of the day for Griesbach, as that's another serve pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. So 1 down, that'll bring on Emma Roper. Roper 1 for 3, has a double, has grounded out to short and lined out to the pitcher. First pitch. Roper takes a strike, 0-1. Reminder coming up after this is our Nasonville Dairy postgame show with fresh cheese curds made daily. You can get them anytime in Marshfield or Curtis or at NasonvilleDairy.com. We'll have a talk with our highlight house player of the game. Here's the 0-1. Roper on the ground to second base. Grimm is over. Fields throws and gets Emma Roper by plenty. And 2 down, and the last chance for the Tigers will be Tria Tubbs. As Tubbs 0 for 3 has reached on an error, grounded out to first, and grounded out to second. Well, the task of trying to continue this game. First pitch is high, 1 ball and no strikes. One-0. And Tubbs, fly ball into left field, coming over, calling for it, and making the catch is Jalen Scher in the inning, and the game is over. 8-2 Auburndale. The Eagles win. Eagles go to 9-3. Tigers drop to 9-5. As these two teams will meet again on Thursday. A good game here at Athletic Park. Again, we want to thank the Woodchucks and the City of Wausau for hosting us today. As coming up next is our Nasonville Dairy postgame show and our talk with our player of the game. We'll be back after this message from our friends at Nasonville.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for.
Now that's what I was looking for. Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Okay, all right. Our Nacenville Dairy post-game show, Danica Bloomberg, our player of the game. So obviously, come from behind, a little bit of a shaky start, but just kind of take me. You've had some really good at-bats. So just kind of take me through some of your approaches into those at-bats against Laney today, I guess.
I knew that she was going to try to throw a strike in her first two pitches, so I wanted to wait till the first strike went by, and then I saw the second strike every time at my at-bat, and I just swung at it, and I think two of my 4 hits, I got the second strike, and then the other ones were on full counts, and I just hit for my team.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, it was a good game for you guys defensively. No errors. Obviously, it was a very clean game. I'll just ask you, because, again, you guys have another game against them right on Thursday. So just kind of what do you feel like you guys need to take from today and just kind of take into your next approach into, again, playing the same team, obviously?
We just can't get too ahead of ourselves. Like, yes, we beat them today, but Thursday is going to be a different game, so we still got to come with the same momentum and just keep rolling.
All right, well, I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to count you down. Just look at the camera. You'll say your name, and I'm in the house. I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Danica Blomberg, and I'm in the house.
Appreciate it. Thank
you.
All right, final score, Auburndale 8, Stratford 2. Have a great night, everybody. Stay tuned for baseball. It's coming up next.